Afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
You got your paper and pencil, that's all you need. Everything else you can put down, take it easy. Let's start it off. Now, I'm going to be on this side of the room. I will move around a little bit. Whatever became of this kid coming up? What did he become? Well, that's right. That is me. That's May of 1960.
That is awesome.
All right. You notice the footwear, mostly dirt. That's actually in Florida. That's my grandparents' farm. They actually had those before Disney showed up. We actually had farms. That's my uncle's horse trailer. I was raised in a trailer park. I was considered poor white trash. I was called that. I'm called a lot of other names also. And you can see how good looking the kid is. Who could blame him? Who could believe that kind of stuff? But now, he actually made it. I joined the Marine Corps during Vietnam. Y'all remember that war? Kind of heard about it? I want you to think about that. I volunteered for the Marine Corps to get out of a trailer park during wartime. I was desperate. And I'm glad I did. I didn't go to war. I didn't have to go over there. I always get asked the question, did you kill anybody? No. Not yet. All right? My name is Clyde Middleton. You heard I'm part of Maryland Scholars. I'm one of several thousand volunteers walking around or going around the state talking to 8th and 9th graders about their choices they have to make in the next 4 years. And I'm here to share some things with you. It's an open forum. I want you guys to talk. We're going to interact a little bit here, all right? I only have one rule I ask. I will respect you as young men and women. I expect the same in return. Fair enough? We want to have a conversation, but let's not get overboard with it. Let's start it off here. What is the one thing every successful, oh, I forgot to tell you. That kid up there, he now owns his own company, a software engineer. So poor white trash turned into something for right now. But we're going to go, well, how did that happen? I'm going to share some of that with you now. What do you believe the most important thing every successful person does? Every successful person does this. And I know you're going to give me the pat answers. I'm going to see if you come up with the right one. Anybody?
Education.
Huh?
College.
Education. That's the pat answer I'm looking for. Yeah.
Perseverance.
Pardon me?
Perseverance.
Persevere. Absolutely.
They set a plan for the success.
Oh, and what would we call that?
Goals.
You're setting.
Goals.
That's it. Every successful person sets goals. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set some goals. Now, as we're doing this, I want you to point out this little saying up here. There's no telling what you can do when you've been inspired by them. There's no telling what you can do when you believe in them. And there's no telling what will happen when you act upon them. The key word there is act. You have to do something. You just can't write one down and the goal fairy comes along and grants your wish. You have to do something. You've all heard that before. You got to work at it. So we're going to set some today. One rule. And then click up there. There it goes. Don't set your goals too low. You don't need much. You won't become much. I want you guys to think big on this, all right? Not just a couple of months down the road, a year. I want you to talk about where your future's going, what you want to have. Now, everyone in this room has two choices, to make a life or make a living. What do you think is more important? What do you think? Make a life or make a living? Oh, it's not a trick question. It can't be wrong.
Make a life.
Make a life? Why?
Because it's better to live out your life than to just work the whole time.
Pretty good. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any other ideas? That's an excellent one. In fact, it's one of my favorite sayings. You make a life, or make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. Churchill said that. I guarantee you, if you're making a life, anybody know what that means, making a life? Let's see. You had a great definition. Anybody else over here? You're doing your best at all times. You're not a burden on society. You're trying to achieve everything you want. That's making a life. If you're making a life, I guarantee you'll be making a living because you'll be doing what you love to do, and the money will come from that. So let's talk about setting some goals. I want to ask you some questions now. Ready? Got 3 questions for you. I want you to just write them down, whatever comes to your head. You've just won $1 million tax-free. Anybody know what tax-free means? You actually have $1 million. This is pocket change. I want you to think about it that way. What would you do with it? Write it down. All right, next question. If I guarantee you, you could not fail. If I guarantee you, you could not fail. What would you dare attempt and make it legal? I had one guy say he'd rob a bank, be successful. That's true. But the police also set goals to capture them, and they did. So think about that. What I'm asking you, what are you afraid of trying right now? Is skydiving, bungee jumping, anything along that line there? Everyone will fail. Well, what's the difference between success and failure?
Every time you fail, you learn something.
Right, and you try again, right? You keep going. That's the difference. How many times you get back up and try again? Last question. You've achieved everything you wanted. You reached all your goals. What will you give back? What will you give back? I'll give you an example. I bought my parents a home. I didn't put them in a home. I bought them a home, okay? I want to share something with you, one of those little life secrets here. If you don't do that last thing first, those other two won't happen. You've all heard it before in a form or another. It's more blessed to give than receive. Why do you think they keep telling you these lessons? Because they're true. You put good karma out there, what comes back to you? You put bad out there, what comes back to you? Yeah, bad things. If you put anger out, what do you think is going to come back to you? Exactly. I saw a lot of writing going down, so I know there's something written down. Who wants to share what they do with $1 million? There's my. I'm going to go with you every time now, because I trust you. What you got?
Give half of it to charity.
Okay. What do you do with the other half? What would you do with the mad money? Your money.
Give 1/4 to my parents.
Okay.
And keep the other for myself.
What would you do with it?
Buy a house.
What kind of house?
A nice house.
How many bedrooms?
3.
How many bathrooms? At least 3.
3.
Always match them up if you can. Trust me. Yes.
Lock it away until I made a plan so I don't spend it all.
Well, it's mad money. You've got plenty of money coming in. This is Bolden. This is just money you can throw away.
Oh, now I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Vacation in Europe.
Europe. Travel the whole country?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
great.
take my mom to New York. There we go.
What was it?
Take my mom to New York.
New York?
Buy your house.
Buy her house. All right. What you got?
I would take my mom to India again so she can see her family and stuff. And the rest of the money I would give to charity.
Okay. All right. Anybody over here? The quiet ones? Yes.
Buy a large boat with it.
What kind of boat?
68-foot Seaway.
Power boat. Yeah. Power boat. Yeah, that's right. I'm not being green. That's what you got. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna buy shoes with my
Shoes?
$1 million.
Okay. Good looking shoes. I mean, a couple tennis shoes and fine looking ones?
A lot.
A lot. That would cover a lot. A lot of shoes there. All right. What would you dare attempt? Anybody?
Skydiving and driving.
Would you do skydiving as a tandem, or would you do it by yourself?
I'll do by myself.
Ah, there you go. What was the second one?
And driving.
And driving. And it is an adventure around here, isn't it? Anybody else? Yes.
Climb a big mountain.
Climb a big mountain?
Yeah.
Everest?
Yeah.
That's the biggest one.
Or K2.
Well, above water, that's the biggest one. Anything else?
I would go bungee jumping.
Yeah? Where at?
I don't know, probably off of like a tall bridge.
Okay. Yeah, I would do it also. My knees are so bad now, I'm ready to pop right out. So do it while you're young. All right. Anybody else? Yes.
World hunger.
World hunger?
Cure it.
Cure it?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
Because everybody's starving.
There you go. But how? I mean,
Money.
money and
food.
Food, yeah. All right, what would you give back? This is always a fun one. I already heard a couple.
Oh, well, that was my thing with New York and cred. Yeah, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yeah.
You get back is like the satisfaction of achieving your goal.
Yeah, that's true. What you trying to say? Are you saying that you try to share that information with people, how to do it? Or you're going to keep it all yourself?
Share it, I guess. I don't know.
Share it. What's wrong with that? Yes.
In my family's dead. Trying to start a foundation that help the poor and
Yeah.
homeless.
Oh, good. Yeah, my wife and I will try to do a foundation also. We're still working on that one. Well, we hope to get to that someday.